Yes, so what's goody? It's a wild week in the news. Wild week. It's a lot of distractionary stories out there that they use to they want you to follow this shiny object, or why they go behind your back and do some craziness. Right? They want you to look here while they go over there. And that's basically what's going on right now because the world is on fire. World is on fire. We got the Middle East situation, Israel and Palestine. For 4 years, it's been peace. For 4 years, it's been cool. That whole region has been cool. It was peace in the Middle East for the last year. Contract treaties were signed and all of that. Since January 6th, in 4 months, whole region over there has exploded. Coincidence? No, it's not. Yeah. Inflation. Prices are going through the roof. You don't believe me? Go to your grocery store. Go to the gas station. Gas is $3, over $3 a gallon now. This time last year, I think it was 190. They're not even talking about it. The news, the media, they're not talking about it. They got you following these shiny objects. Inflation is up. Prices, grocery store prices, lumber. You see the price of a 2x4 right now? Nothing to see here, though. Nothing to see here, folks. We're good. Just keep following the shiny object. Yeah, a lot of distractionary news is in the circulating around right now. You don't believe me? All right, well, let's talk about it. Kwame Brown. Where'd he come from? Why is Kwame Brown in the news? He is all over my news feeds, everywhere. Every other video is about him, Kwame Brown. And yeah, they somebody done pissed him off, and there's nothing more dangerous in this world than a person with nothing to lose. And he's got nothing to lose, not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. And he is going off. He is a man on fire. Remember that movie, that Denzel movie? Creasy. That was his name, Creasy. When he had the little girl kidnapped and they shot him up and he was in the hospital, he got out and he started just killing everything in sight. Took down the whole syndicate. The whole ring. Yeah, that's Kwame Brown right now. He's Creasy. He is killing everything moving. He's just... And it's it's funny to see because I remember him as a player, but I don't remember him ever like speaking. So to hear him talk like this and he's going off and he's making sense and he's making points and he's funny with it, it's kind of like it's a distraction, but it's a funny one. Yeah, they keep talking about him. The man hasn't played in years. He was drafted number 1 20 years ago, and I'm not going to say he's a bust because there's only like 6,000 people that ever played in the NBA ever. And he's one of them. And he was the number 1 pick. So I'll say he hasn't lived up to expectations. Right? As a number 1 pick. Doesn't mean his career was a total. There's been players picked before him and after him, number 1, that were worse. Didn't last as long as he did. And he got to play with Jordan and Kobe. Can't take that from him. You feel what I'm saying? But they, people want to keep clowning him about being the worst, this, that, and the third, and he's tired of it. And he's taking a stand. He's putting them on notice, and they should be put on notice. They should. These sportscasters do get away with personal attacks on players, and that's not your job, homie. Your job is to talk about them, about their play on the court. You're not supposed to be name calling. You're not supposed to be questioning their intelligence. Their mental health, making jokes about them, and just having fun with them. That's not your job. That's not your job. And the players got to sit there and eat it. Yeah, they got to eat it. So you got to have some dude blogging about you, writing crazy articles about you, and then after the game, you got to go sit down with him and answer his questions. I don't like that at all. But it is what it is. Kwame Brown, yeah, he's having a field day right now. But that's definitely a distraction. There's no reason why Kwame Brown should be in the news like this much. No way possible. I don't understand why he is, but now I'm starting to see it's a distraction. It's supposed to. And it's working. It's working. I mean, this dude has made about 90 videos in 3 days. I don't even know if he slept or not. He looks like he's been sweating a lot. Like he just takes a do-rag, t-shirt, hops in the car, drives around. Next video, he's on his bed laid out. Next video, he's in the kitchen making a sandwich. Like he just keeps going. But more power to him. Enjoy your fame. Enjoy it. Make as much money as you can off of this. Because, I mean, I'm watching him. Like I said, he's funny. He's insightful. And I didn't know he could speak. So more power to you, brother. Right? Okay. What else? Aliens. Aliens are making a comeback. That's how bad it is. They brought the aliens back out. Right. New classified videos is being released. New classified documents. Serious? Bro, we know all about the aliens. You're not doing us any favors by showing us these new videos and these documents and all these little interviews you're doing that you're putting out there now. You're not doing us any favors. We've been knew about the aliens. We've been knew about them for years. We knew about them. We done seen them all. You basically just showed us everything in the movies. On top of that, we got YouTube. I done seen all the videos you can imagine about UFOs and landings. Listen, we know about how many species there are. We know about the different races. We know about the characteristics. We know about the power some of them have. We know about the where they came from. We know why they're here, what they need from us, what they're giving to us, what we're giving them. We know about that. We know about their likes and their dislikes. We even know where they at. Yeah, we know why. We know about the ocean. We know about that. We know about the caves. I done seen the videos where the dude said he had a gunfight with the aliens. I've seen those videos. Area 51. We know about all of that. So what are you showing us that's different? Answer, nothing. Now they're putting out these videos. Now these new classified videos are being released. You see the videos they're showing? Have you seen them? Always with the grainy videos. Can't see nothing. Everything's blurry. It's black and white. It's in the middle of the night. You can't see nothing. It's just, oh, look at that object right there. You see that little dot? Yeah, pooh, look, you see how it went up? Oh, it went up fast. Ooh, look how it darted across the screen. We've never seen anything like that. We don't know what that is, but we've never seen anything like that. It could be, couldn't be. We don't know because the video was so blurry and grainy. We don't know what it is. It could be a fly in the spider web for all we know. We don't know what it is. They can show you every crater on the moon in high def, right? They can show you the dirt on Mars. They can show you what it looks like. It looks like you can almost touch it. That's how crystal clear these videos are of Mars. When they show you the rover on Mars, they show you can see the whole landscape. It looks beautiful, right? It looks like priceless. But when it's time to show you a video of a UFO, grainy, it's black and white, static all over the place. You're like, what? It's 2021. This is what you got to show us? That's how you know it's a distraction. They're showing us the same videos from God knows when. When are these videos even taken? Is this from the 30s? From the 1950s? These videos they're showing now, they better be from the 1940s. Because if you're telling me these grainy ass videos is the best you have in 2021, get them out of here. I'm done with them. Yeah, I'm done with them. Done with them. I got a TV in my living room. I can see a pimple on somebody's forehead, but you can't even give me a decent video. I done seen better videos from fat guys taking selfies and the UFO flies in the background behind them. How come they can give me a good video, but you, NASA, Air Force, Navy, blurry. Got me looking at the screen like, what is that? Is that it? What is that? That's that little dot? I can't tell it. The video is so grainy. Can't see nothing. Now they got Obama out there too. That's how you know it's a distraction. Another one, they got the big homie out. They got Obama out there talking about nothing. Yeah, I mean, we've seen some crazy things out there in that galaxy, but there's that. We don't know what they are, and there's just certain things I just can't tell you. So why are you speaking about it? Why are you speaking about it? If you don't have a video to show me of aliens playing basketball or using their powers to lift up a car or something like that, you can keep it. Yeah, I'm tired of these videos you keep showing me. You keep showing me the same ones from when I was a kid in the 80s. The same videos. The same weird, gray, black and white. The screen just, You can't make nothing out of it. You don't know what you're looking at except what they're telling you to look at. Right? Keep it. Now they're showing the video with the circular object hovering around the ocean, and it just dives into the ocean. Oh, look at that. He just flew into the ocean. Okay, and what's your point? What is your point? What is that? Where's he going? You don't know where he went? That city just disappeared in the ocean? No background, no story behind it. Just look at that. Another video I seen. Oh no, if the aliens come, we're gonna be in big trouble. We're not ready for the aliens. We're not ready to face them. They're gonna overpower us. Really? I'm not scared of the aliens. I'm not worried about aliens. That's not gonna work. You know why? Because there's people on this planet way scarier than aliens. Trust me. There's people on this planet that'll do way worse things than the alien could ever even imagine. They would give the aliens the shivers. We're not worried about aliens. But why do you keep distracting me from all of this to make me look at what? What are you trying to hide from me? I found one thing that should have been top story on the news, but it wasn't. You know how I know this is big news? Because nobody's talking about it. Nobody's covering this. The Supreme Court on Monday. Supreme Court rules. Now, this is the big Supreme Court. This isn't no local state Supreme Court of the state. No, this is the big one in D.C. Supreme Court rules police cannot search homes without warrants in the name of community caretaking. Now, this term community caretaking, it goes back to this case in the 70s where a policeman's car went off the road into a ditch, and they needed to pull it out because they didn't know what his service weapon was, his gun was. So they needed to pull the car out and they needed to search it. The cop got hurt because he was in the hospital in a coma or something. So they couldn't ask for permission, but they made a law because of that, because, they said a car is deemed, could be a public safety issue. If a car is just sitting there abandoned, you don't know what's in it, so it needs to be checked to see what's in it. It could be a body in it, it could be weapons in it, it could be all types of things in it. So a car falls under the community caretaking, where the police are allowed to search a car in that kind of situation where it's kind of like abandoned, they can look through it and all of that just for that reason. Because you don't want the car to fall into the wrong hands, or somebody breaks into the car and finds something that they shouldn't have. You feel what I'm saying? So that was made for that. Now, the Biden administration wanted this one case where they tried to not use it for a car, they tried to use it for a home under the same premise, like a loophole. Now, the Biden administration was pushing for the Supreme Court to make this a precedent. I'm going to get to the case. They wanted to make this a case of precedence, which means they wanted to make it law of the land, like status quo. Like this should be standard practice now, right? Now, this case happened in 2015. Edward Coniglia and his wife. They've been married for about 20-something years, right? So they get into an argument, which couples do from time to time, We get into arguments, fight, but they've been together 22 years, so I'm pretty sure they had more good times than bad, right? So they get into an argument, and it gets heated. So the husband pulls out a gun. It's not loaded. Puts it on the table and tells his wife, you know what? Why don't you just put me out of my misery? Right? So she takes the gun. She puts it in the bedroom, puts it away. He leaves, goes for a drive, comes back. They start arguing again. Now, this time she leaves. She goes and she spends the night in the hotel. And the next morning, she tries to call him. He's not answering. So she calls the police and wants him to do a well check. Because she tells him the situation and she wants them to escort her to the home to make sure everything's all right. So they do that. They get to the home. They talk to him. He basically verifies the story that she told them. Now, they also noticed that when they arrived, the officers spoke with Edward on the back deck. According to an incident report, he seemed normal, was calm for the most part, and even said he would never commit suicide. Right? So the cops are saying he seemed calm, he was normal, everything's on the up and up. However, none of the officers had asked Edward any questions about the factors relating to his risk of suicide, risk of violence, or prior misuse of firearms. Edward had no criminal record and no history of violence or self-harm. In fact, one of the officers later admitted he did not consult any specific psychological or psychiatric criteria or medical professionals for his decision that day. So they didn't ask him any, they didn't do any psych evals on him. The cops, they can't do that. They didn't ask him any questions about his mental health, none of that. They could see he seemed normal, he seemed fine, whatever. But they still urged him to try to go get some kind of psychological evaluation, psychiatric evaluation. He refused at first, because he's like, it's my mental health. It's none of your business. Like, why are you so worried about it? But he agreed. It says Edward agreed only after police falsely promised they wouldn't seize his guns while he was gone. Right? So he decides to go, but he's like, I'll go, but don't touch my guns. They said, we're not going to touch them. We're not going to take your guns. You're fine. Just go get looked at and everything will be all right. Compounding the dishonesty, police then told Kim that Edward had consented to the confiscation. Tricky cops. They told the wife that he said, yeah, take the guns. Believing the seizures were approved by her husband, Kim led the officers to the 2 handguns the couple owned, which were promptly seized. Even though Edward was immediately discharged from the hospital, police only returned the firearms after he filed a civil rights lawsuit against them. So when he gets out, he tries to get the guns back. They say, no, we're not giving them back. It took them months. Now, critically, when police seized the guns, they didn't claim it was an emergency or to prevent imminent danger. Instead, the officers argued their actions were a form of community caretaking, a narrow exception to the Fourth Amendment's warrant requirement. So they try to use the community caretaking, which is for vehicles, and try to switch it and say, we can use it for houses too. No, you cannot use it for houses too. You can't. There's a difference between a car that's abandoned, right, or just sitting on the street somewhere, and a home. Especially when the home is occupied by people living in the home. You need their permission to even go search the house and all of that. So they try to make this little loophole with this community caretaking to give them the right to go in there without a warrant. So I already gave you the story about that, the caretaking, Community Caretaking Act. So months go by, he winds up suing them, right? Before it even gets to court, they say, you know what? Here, take the guns back. Take the guns back. So now he gets the guns back, but now he wants to sue them for violating his Fourth Amendment and the Second Amendment. It gets to the courts, First Circuit Court, and they say no, we're not gonna let you sue. We're not gonna let you sue because they did the right thing. They were following this Community Caretaking Act, right? They said because of that, we're dismissing the case. He still got his guns, but he wants to sue. So then the Supreme Court picks it up, the big one. They hear the case and they say nope. They ruled it unanimously, 9-0. All 9 judges said no, you cannot do that. We're not gonna let you use this loophole to go into people's houses without a warrant. And this was the part that you got to pay attention to, because this would have been if the Supreme Court would have went along with this case and voted the other way. A police officer on a domestic call, if you got weapons in the house, would have been able to use their own judgment. They would have been able to decide, you know what, we deem this a situation where we need to remove the guns from the house for now, and we'll give them back to the later date. And you see what this man had to go through to get his guns back. He had to wait months, had to file a lawsuit, all of that. But this would give the police the right to go into your house without a warrant, not only take your weapons, but to search around and all types of stuff. Yeah, on the domestic call, even mental health calls. This is what the Biden administration was pushing for. They wanted this to be like a mandate or the status quo, the law of the land. Like we should be allowed in matters like this, when safety is an issue, we should be allowed to just go in your house and remove all threats, weapons, whatever in the house, search your house without a warrant because it's all in the name of safety. So yeah, that should have been plastered all over the news. That should have been front page headlines. Yeah, because that's a big win. That's a big win. Because without it, I'm telling you, the cops would have been able to go in your house without a warrant. They won't need it. They could just say, you know what? Yeah, it's looking like you've been beating your wife. We're just going to go in your house anyway. That's what's up. That's the law now. We could do that. So be very, very careful with these, with who you elect. Especially if you are a Second Amendment person. Yeah, you got to start paying attention to stuff like this. When you start seeing weird articles all over the place, like just plastered all over the place, they're making you overkill with certain like articles and certain reportings. Start wondering, why are they spending so much time worried about this? What else? What are they trying to hide from me? What are they trying to prevent me from seeing? Why do they keep showing me the same, all of this, all of this, all of this? They must be up to something. That's how you stay woke. Yeah, that's how you stay woke, by overstanding situations like this. But yeah, this is a big win. Big win. And like I said, this is how you know this is a big story, because yeah, the headline says it all. The headline says it all. Supreme Court rules police cannot search homes without warrants. Yeah, that's a big deal. It's a big deal. So that's a good win. Should have been top story in the news, but it wasn't, for obvious reasons, because they don't want you to know about stuff like this. Yeah, they don't want you to know about stuff like this, but I got your back. But anyway, like, subscribe, comment, like, subscribe. I hate being woke, but that's my burden, not yours. And I'm out.